This is World Buzz Bulletin, and we begin with rapidly shifting tensions between Moscow and Washington as the path to potential peace in Ukraine grows increasingly uncertain. In the lead-up to high-stakes talks in Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin has doubled down on his demands, insisting that Ukraine must cede specific territories before any agreement can move forward. These remarks have immediately reshaped expectations around the negotiations, casting doubt on hopes for a breakthrough that many global observers had cautiously anticipated. Russian officials say that territorial recognition is now a non-negotiable starting point, a stance that Kyiv continues to reject firmly, calling it an attempt to legitimize occupation through diplomatic pressure rather than genuine dialogue. Inside Ukraine, the reaction has been swift. Government sources say that conceding land is simply not an option, especially as Russian forces continue to strike eastern regions with drones and artillery. The mood in Kyiv remains tense, with officials warning that Moscow's hardened position could either stall or completely derail the upcoming talks. Meanwhile, Ukrainian allies, including several EU states, have signaled deep concern that Washington's renewed diplomatic push may unintentionally leave Kyiv vulnerable if negotiations lean too far toward Russian demands. In Washington, the White House maintains that the goal is still a sustainable peace that protects Ukraine's sovereignty. But analysts say the U.S. is now walking a tightrope, trying to prevent escalation while also preventing the negotiations from becoming a one-sided deal favoring Moscow. Trump's envoys involved in the diplomatic channel insist that dialogue is the only way forward. Yet critics worry the U.S. could be pressured into accepting terms that Kyiv views as unacceptable. Across Europe, reactions remain mixed. Some governments warn that conceding territory could set a dangerous global precedent, effectively rewarding military aggression. Others argue that even a difficult compromise may be necessary to stop the war from grinding into yet another brutal year. What is clear tonight is that Putin's latest remarks have raised the stakes and narrowed the space for any swift agreement. As the world waits for diplomatic teams to return to the table in Moscow, the question now is whether the coming days will bring progress or another deadlock in a war that has reshaped global politics, alliances, and security for nearly 3 years. You're watching World Buzz Bulletin. Stay with us as we continue tracking the negotiations, international reactions, and every development shaping the future of the Ukraine conflict.